Alright everybody, welcome back to part 6 of Let's Play Earthworm Jim. Watch as I slowly lose my mind. This level, I remember, was so hard when I was a kid. Or maybe because I don't have it on difficult mode, it actually wasn't that hard this time. Have you ever had one of those days where your mom's like, "You need to walk the dog!" I don't feel like walking the dog. Don't ever complain again. This dog, you don't want to walk him. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. This level is basically linear. The gimmick, if you haven't noticed already, is that this little happy skipping puppy needs to make it all the way to the end, yet he's completely oblivious to his surroundings. You, for some reason, must protect him on his journey home. Anyway, I don't know how we got into this mess, but you know Jim, he's everywhere. Diving underwater, fighting through hell, bungee jumping with snot, you name it, he does it. Jim's a wild dude. Thought I'd take a moment to mention something. For some reason, Pete is totally immune to these meteors, yet Jim will take damage from them. Everything else that touches Pete, to include him falling in a pit, will turn him into some sort of marauding bulldog-type monster. And you'll be sorry you ever let that happen. But don't worry, you'll get to see that very shortly. Like right now! Oh my gosh. Basically, he takes you back to a predetermined point in the level. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, there's worse dangers in this game than that. Seriously. That's a minor annoyance. Anyway, if you whip him, he bounces up in the air, and if you shoot him, he'll just duck, which is good for if you need him to stop for a few minutes while you recollect yourself, or whatever. This little hook's a nice helper. It'll carry him through part of this. I don't think that hook's there if you were playing in hard mode, which I'm not some kind of masochist, so I'm not doing hard mode, of course. Oh, jeez, I forgot to mention that. UFOs are they're probably the most annoying thing in this level. They'll grab you, they'll spin you around, and the idea is that, I don't know, I guess you're stuck, and then Pete will grab you when you're done. I'm gonna come over here and take care of him. Isn't he cute? Is that Mars in the background? Maybe it's Zeebies, or Zeebs, or whatever you say it. Oh. At least that spot wasn't too far back, and it stopped the meteor shower. Somewhere on that planet back there, Samus is shooting up a Metroid. I had that one. This is ridiculous. So anyway, I don't know. The story of this game, it doesn't make sense to me. Seriously, I don't get it. I just don't get it. You start off in a junkyard, you then go to hell, then you are underwater, then you're bungee jumping with snot, you're in a laboratory, and now all of a sudden, you're on a planet next to Zeebies, helping some dog get home. I can't wait to see what's next. Oh wait, I know what's next! What's next can get a little hard on its own. But we'll talk to that we'll talk about that when we come to it. Oh, a few close calls here. Like right there. That's okay, we're getting pretty close to a part that's a little tough. most annoying. Come on, Jim. Get him. There you go. Alright, this part is just too much. The gaps with the tentacles and the seesaw. It's a little tough. We're also about to get to our first death! Just wait. Death! So, let's cut to a good run. Or good enough, at least. As good as it's gonna get. Yeah, well... as good as it's gonna get. Notice my lives are now 2 less than they were earlier. That should tell you a little bit about how the kind of day I was having. Alright, the idea here is I'm just gonna let Pete get eaten by the tentacle, because when he breaks out he destroys it. And then it is no longer in my way. I'm a genius! A genius! You people should be giving me Nobel Peace Prizes for this. Or at least a certificate. A certificate! God! Whoa, Nelly is right. Don't worry, there's little to no failure left in this episode. It's already reached its failure limit. It's nowhere near the kind of failure we're going to see at the last episode, of course, but everybody knows that the last level of this game is harder than hard. It's tough as nails. It's annoying. Another hook to help us along. Although I forget where this one drops him off. Oh yeah! I could take the advanced route, but given my past history, I don't think that's a good idea for either you or myself. So at this point, we're just going to bid Pete adieu. Thanks for an excellent journey, buddy. Groovy indeed. You guys have yourselves a fine day. This is MeccaPrime signing out.